Exciting day of Age of Empires for action is about to continue with our third series of the day. You saw one of the players on the screen just a second ago. We've got 3D Clans B going up against My Insanity's ZertoN. Intriguing matchup, Winston. One that I feel is dominated by one player in the early game. Weirdly enough, the other way around if it goes late.
Yeah, ZertoN, right, when he gets late game, is just... He's kind of one of those sticky players. And I don't mean that in a weird way. I just mean he's a little sticky. It's kind of hard to unstick, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a funky one. It's quite intriguing because I
Funky.
remember, well, the best part is recently I was highlighting that he has the longest games. Crackety piled on with it. I think Myriad mentioned as well. And then he went on a absolute bender on the ladder, just having 20-minute finishes and sent me his statistics for the last few games. It's like, I don't go late game. Well, let's see what happens in the early game because I think it is about time to get this show on the road. We have our map draft from Surfshark. We kick off with Dry Arabia in an Ottoman Abbasid matchup.
Yeah, this is hopefully going to be really spicy, right? Because this is kind of one of those matchups where you'd think Ottomans would have the edge, but honestly, I feel like a lot of times when I play Abbasid in this, it just feels right. I don't know. Do you get that vibe?
I think it's actually Abbasid favored. Yeah, like I know it is. The crazy thing is like Ottomans, they struggle with this matchup. If they do fast castle, it just kind of flops compared to Abbasid melee wing 2TC, right? So there was a lot of practice done with this. I think Marine Lord and Dimmu actually deciphered this as well. That probably the best build to apply to this matchup for Ottomans is 2TC. To match the eco-scaling of the Abbasids, right? And that's cool because you play a little bit longer of Feudal, which sounds bad, but the reality is you're getting your Vizier points, you're getting more passive production up. The whole idea is by the time you get Castle, it's more full. Now, admittedly, the Abbasids can get there as well, but what does the Abbasids really want to do in Castle that you can't counter as Ottomans, right? It's a natural flow state, I think, that would then favor the Turkish Empire.
Yeah, against Ottomans, it's really, really hard to go Cav in mid to late game, right? It's just really, really hard to make cavalry, and that's kind of how Abbasid like front lines is with Cav generally. It kind of pigeonholes them into like the infantry comp of like maybe Gulam composites, right? In composite bows, but it doesn't always feel too bad against Ottomans, I would say. It's
tough, right? Because
yeah,
you end
it's
up
tough
against
early
Sipahi
castle.
Janissary is the biggest problem, right? Like
Or
once that gets
knights,
online,
right?
yeah, Knights as well. Like Knights is better against the Gulams, but then like if you get hyper late game, usually you're looking at like what Archer Spear versus Sipahi Jani, and you think that that's good for Abbasid until you remember how ridiculous the attack speed is on those Janissary boys.
Right. And so we're gonna see military wing here from ZertoN.
Makes sense.
This makes sense. Yeah. Right. You can just deny the TC spot.
That's cool though. B, I don't know how I feel about Twin Minaret Madrasa. I've kind of been leaning more and more favorably into Sultani Trade Network. But the nice thing here is that he didn't bother with the military school. It's so worthless in this matchup because that spearman instantly dies. Much better to do this, open with an archery range, get 3 archers, and repel the effect of the Abbasid wing.
Also, I feel like Abbasid build orders these days are so used to the gold getting harassed that it's like really tough to deny fresh foodstuffs like nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like players are just so used to, oh, if I'm playing Abbasid, I need to like preload the gold, be ready so that I can do that. And so maybe there's a chance you deny the stone here, but especially with this positioning, that's a very forward stone. So maybe the spearman could have been good, but like you're saying, the mill wing is just there. So it's like, what's he gonna do?
Yeah.
Push the deer, maybe push deer, probably.
And like that's the thing. If you want to do the 2TC, then it's just better to go straight for the 2TC, right? Because like you open archery range, because like the spearman won't be able to stop the 4 units opening, right? So you have to go archery range anyway. So you might as well just be more optimal in your TC timing. And he has got a back spawn deer that is ripe for the taking, right? Like I like these type of spawns because it connects your starting tree line. It makes the area very safe overall. So keep an eye out for that for B. Is literally he's at the stone right now. It's a very nice kind of palm off where you start gathering stone, and then you're already in position with the town center.
Yeah, this is clean. Should be at least. Meanwhile, ZertoN gonna find the stone in the back here, also being gathered. So we have a 2 TC build from both players.
I'm starting to wonder if he is going for an archery range though, because like the way he's set this up with 6 already on stone, it almost feels like he's just going to try to go naked TC. That's pretty dangerous. I guess he has got a retracted spawn for the placement, right? Like it is behind his base. Kind of dangerous though.
He lost track of the units. He's going to be coming
Oh.
back now with the scout, so these units are a little ahead of him. He should, like, B will kind of intuitively know where these units are for a bit, but he spots them now. Okay, good.
Yeah. Like,
Because
he
losing
should
track
know
of
where
them
they're
can
going.
be a really big problem, right?
Yeah, so I think B is going for a condensed 2 TC. Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. I was about to say, if
Yeah,
you
the
don't add
range.
archery range, you're not getting a good TC at all. So this
Yeah.
will be 3 archers, but that does delay his timing here. Like, it hasn't proven to be optimal the way he pulled for stone this early, because now he's behind on wood.
And these units are wrapping around, and the archers aren't out yet, so maybe that delay there was a bit of greed from B, but he's going to get the 350 stone and have to retreat, right? He's going to drop and
Yeah.
run, and yeah, condensed makes sense here. Although he does not have the
No,
wood to
he
build,
doesn't
so
want condensed. He wants the TC there. He done the build
he
in a
needs
weird way.
units.
I wonder
Oh.
if he actually scouted the melee wing, because this is really weird. Like, if you know it's going to be military wing, you should have more people on wood to begin with for the archer range, and then you go stone afterwards with confidence, right?
What is happening? This is a crazy
Beautiful.
mill pull here. The wolf getting involved. B's got a dog on his side, and the wolf gonna keep. Oh, I love it. Look
That's
at that.
intriguing. Like, because now it makes me feel like B should have just went 2 archers then. Because now he's kind of like off on his timing. He's got a bunch of woodworkers there that are going to walk back. Like, a lot of what B has done here doesn't feel optimal for your town center.
I think it's fine though. I think 3 archers makes sense. It makes it very
think
clear that you're gonna win.
Yeah,
archer
but no,
war.
my point is like everything else around it. Like pulling the villages there, it idles villages on the south side where he doesn't have a lumber camp, right? So he's eventually going to have to walk back, or he's going to have to build a mill, which you don't want to build a mill on the deer. You want to build a
just
TC.
did.
Yeah.
That is weird.
And that's beautiful. I love that from ZertoN. It's a very kind of atypical play right now for the Abbasids, is they go for the stables, and that gives them all 3 counter types, so it makes it very difficult to compete with them. Intriguing detail is that he waited. I actually think ZertoN could have just went straight into Horseman,
that
because you
looks
expect
clean.
archers.
That's true. Yeah, horseman now though, right? And
But like,
man, that was such a clean deer push. Did you see that? That was beautiful.
yeah, he got them right up close and personal. I mean, the mill is still painful, right? Like, if he didn't build Madrissa, you can forgive the mill, but it does put him further behind, which, you know, it sounds very nitpicky, but when you consider the details around this, the fact that ZertoN got the TC quicker, the fact that ZertoN has fresh foodstuffs in Golden Age, it's actually a really big deal that B is slipping in the opening minutes.
Yeah.
And I like how we went from the first series to being, like, we had too much of a breather now. We're very methodical and analytical again.
Yeah, I feel very calm and at peace. Something about Demu's games. I think almost every time I'm on an EGC TV, I cast a Demu set.
Yep. He has
I
that
love
effect.
it.
It is wonderful.
I love the way he
And you know what it
plays.
was?
It's so
You went-
dynamic.
You went to the Marine Lord one, you're like, wow, so orderly, execution, ooh. And
Yeah.
now it's just, and then you're like, I'm ready to be brain frazzled, but if not, we just got this nice little flow state going.
I think that Archipelago game is gonna live rent free in my head for a couple months. Like we're not talking days.
Are you gonna be
Fucking
like
months.
Queen's Gambit logic, where you're gonna be sitting in bed, and then on your ceiling, there's just gonna be a projected version of the game. You're just playing it out again.
Yeah, in my. It's like a.
Awesome.
I don't know. That sounds grim and sad. When you put
Oh.
it like that.
Oh, this is cool actually. I think ZertoN's gonna go for a ram, right?
Really?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. You've got horseman advantage. You could poke and do some serious damage on that TC.
Yeah, or maybe try and find the mill schools wherever B ends up placing them.
He doesn't have middle school, silly. Wait, what? What is that placement?
Is it in the blacksmith? It is, right? There's yeah.
I think, yeah, the
Wait.
tiniest tip. So I think he's
Whoa.
trying to hide the fact that he's doing military schools by putting them as deep as possible.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, I think so as well, right? Like, it makes sense. It's also, if you are going to get pressured, the mill schools are, like, really annoying to lose. Because he has limited stone access.
it doesn't work though.
Really nice scouting from ZertoN. That was sharp. That sharp as a ocean, right? That was really well played. He really caught on to that one.
Yeah, I would say it was as sharp as
Right.
a beach ball at that stage. I mean, it's like he just
Yeah.
wants to walk around. There's no wall. It's like, in theory, the idea is good from B, but the likelihood of it leading to anything is very small. And there's not enough room to slot another building between the blacksmiths and the military school, right? So it's like, yeah, not really.
The horsemen looping around, though. The gold about to be exposed. There's no spearmen on the field, so these horsemen about to have a bit of a heyday, if you do ask me. Not a ton of damage to be had here, but maybe a Vil pick. Oh, wow, B with good reactions there. The Vil, though, building the range, gonna have to run.
It's coming in now, just in the nick of time, unless he takes a weird path round. All right, so a little loop-de-loo there. ZertoN has got quite a lot of archers coming, though. Now, this is interesting. One side's going to have effective HP. The other is going to have that attack speed aura. But the difference maker here right now is ZertoN, kind of classic for the Abbasis at the moment. The blacksmith timing feels a little bit off, right? For the Ottomans, it's very natural, as you need that anyway.
Mm-hmm. As the Spahi engages the horsemen and retreats, so gonna know where those are a bit. And oh, I didn't even notice this.
Cheeky
That's a Vil pick.
You could even go in and maybe hunt for a bit more, because I think the deer on the TC are running out soon, right? So like we should be getting close to a point where ZertoN's gonna have to shift out towards the berries. Yeah, so I think he's got 2 full, and then probably about 1 more on the final. So he could just kind of park there with 1 Sipahi on the berries. And that will screw ZertoN in about a minute and a half.
I think you might be right about that ram, though. It would feel good now.
Yeah.
Now you have the archer mass to, like, kill the Vils.
Yeah, and, like,
shot.
B doesn't have mass Sipahi because they're so expensive, right? And archers do nothing against the ram. Nice hit there, though. A few villages going down. So
that was
looking,
big.
Maybe, like, 2 ram conversion point here. That should be enough to break the second TC.
Maybe. It's a lot of wood, though.
Yeah, but you should have a lot of wood, right? Because you've got your second TC on the tree line, not just the deer.
Right. Yes, a lot of Vils on wood now, for certain, so it should come in pretty quickly. The Metter gonna move out to the front.
Yeah, ambitious dive. You just can't do this. Not with the meta aura, right? It's not even just the attack speed, it's more the ranged armor there. It means that you just actually can't dive and kill. Oh.
Scout versus Spahi, who wins?
I mean, the Sipahi if he doesn't get drunk.
Yeah, that was a joke.
If he's like randomly just passed off, like, I must attack this wall.
Yeah, it keeps the Vil alive, though. That little engage there. And now, yeah, B's in a really awkward spot. The TC doesn't really protect this wood line a ton. It protects the back side of the wood line, so gonna have to move his wood line to the back, and so it's kind of awkward in this stage where the archers can range you.
Ram's coming now, so finally ZertoN nods his head and agrees. Good timing as well. Steel Arrow's coming in, so he's more than willing to take a fight here. Like, this is an overwhelming advantage. If you just look at the numbers, it's not indicative of how powerful the Abbasis are. Remember, he does also have that boot camp. Ooh,
Yeah, boot camp's in. Yeah, the upgrades, though, coming in for B. I guess he wants his Spahi to really win the Horseman War. Horsemen take forever to kill other horsemen.
Yeah, but like the issue is Sipahi, you kind of get less value out of Bloomery with Sipahi than you do from Horsemen, right? Because you have more, and their base damage is lower. So like percentile increase is worse with Sipahi mass. Like I wonder if maybe the insulated helms would have worked better here to protect the dives. But Repairs coming through, archers diving in, are going to start sniping down the villagers. Sipahi, you have to defend this. It looks like he may have activated the Fortitude as well. So Horsemen should be able to mop that up.
Yeah, the horsemen, though, from B are coming home, so we should see a flank soon. And if all the horsemen here from ZertoN get traded out, these archers are going to be dead meat. The horsemen, the flank is here.
This is a feigned assault, though, ZertoN. The backstab comes in. It's not a strong one, and Meta exposed. Archer mass, still decent size, can easily trade out, but the bigger details happening at the top bar. ZertoN is about to pull the trigger on a Castle Age. But he needs to go. He needs to go right now. Like, he needs to read this for what it is. It's an advantage to now exploit for military gain. Like, if he turns for attack, it favors ZertoN. If he sends it to the enemy base, though, he could catch him with his hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, and Imam on the field as well, so there's a bit of healing coming in on B's army. He got the Imam VP.
That is intriguing, actually. You don't see that against mass archers often. Makes me wonder, is B just thinking of Castle himself now? Like, typically, you see that for 2 reasons, right? 1, you're against mass melee, or 2, you're going Castle Age.
Yeah, this timing right here is where I would usually give Ottomans the edge, I would say, in this matchup, but I feel like ZertoN has done it a bit.
Yeah, he just lost the meta as well, so you haven't got the extra ranged armor or the extra attack speed. So you will reset him, but spearmen are coming in, more horsemen are being built. Little idle time be achieved here, but I mean the difference in age up is what's now worrying me.
Yeah, that's the point. Is ZertoN is going to go castle,
Yeah.
and it's with Culture Wing, so
Very
nothing like
aggressive tech
super
unlocks.
immediate. Yeah,
If
he's
it-
gonna have to get techs, right?
Yeah, but that makes it very powerful, right? The savings add up insanely fast here. Now, Archer Mass has been reset, but if you think about it, like this is someone that he wants to upgrade anyway, right? Like against Ottomans, Archers is kind of your best friend. You can beat their Archers in Castle Age. If they go Janissaries, you beat them too. The other
Yeah,
annoying thing is this outpost, right? Because he doesn't have many Sabai here, so this torch down is insanely slow.
yeah, but B needs to kill the Vills in here. If those are Vills, I think they are, right?
They definitely are. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to kill these to equalize because he is down bad in the Vill count. But this will help neutralize a bit the lead that ZertoN has built up.
Oh, B's
throughout the
double
feudal age.
downing though. Like, look at
He's
this.
pushing the feudal. I mean, he has enough res to click up, but not quite the balance. So it's definitely tricky here. Heading farms even. Okay, this is getting dicey for B. Not able to go to the hunt, even though he has map control. There's a hunt to his left he could grab. Oh, man.
What does he do when he sees the tech up there is the big question mark. Typically, you look to punish a player
Dive.
for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you dive, ZertoN made a really smart choice here. He built spears. A lot of people wouldn't build spears knowing that this many archers are here, but the logic is the spar, you have to head in far ahead of the archer
Through the
mass.
base.
Yeah.
I mean, you deny the gold, but there's 700 in the bank. So, like you said, as soon as this tech is done, ZertoN is going to have such cheap techs, and he'll be able to afford everything he needs here, alongside Gulam from 3 barracks.
Did you see that confidence play as well? ZertoN cancelled the veterancy on archers until preservation knowledge was done. Typically, you have to rush this tech to defend yourself, but he's so convinced that B can't come in, he's not rushing it.
Mm-hmm. Chad B, just about having enough food to click up himself, is still pretty committed to this. He does have the imams in this army, so he's going to heal up after all those tickles and engagements.
There's a sneak out right now. I think B's a bit too tunnel visioned. ZertoN is close to running out of food. He's moving out on the west side to the deer.
It's spotted, but he's still got some food there.
No, it's not. Like, look on the west, the deer. The sneak out already happened. This is not the sneak out. That's the sneak out.
Oh. That's huge.
Yeah, with the Gulam massing like this, that's everything to him right now.
I mean, if that gets spotted, that could be a game changer, but the odds of that are very low. B might be
I think he's tunnel
accidentally
visioned.
thinking he's like in a really good spot with the food denial, but if he doesn't spot that, it's a huge blow for him.
It's also worrying me that he's scaling archers like this. Like, you're against Abbasids. You know they have military wing. Composite bows annihilates you in these fights.
MIA is coming in, though, and we could see some Jans quickly on the field, which,
Do you really want to build Janissaries against archers?
I mean, you keep them in the back and they're okay against the Gulam, right? I mean, maybe you go crossbow here, I guess.
Yeah,
But
I think you
could be
have
better.
to. Because, like, the issue is mass archer Gulams is just stronger than these hands we're proposing, right? Like, maybe you could go archer lancers. That works quite well.
It's so exposed.
Relics
But
being
I
picked
think
up.
ZertoN's getting away with it. Equalized the Vil count, by the way. 2 relics, like you said, coming in from B. Which
Yeah.
might give him a small lead, even
Well,
economically.
he's got the free military schools, right? So economically, he's definitely ahead of it. The Golden Age does even it out. Because, like, the crazy thing about Golden Age, when you think about it, because you're scaling your economy up to, like, 100, its impact is obviously higher than at 30. So, like, it offsets military schools more easily when you're this deep.
Wow, this is crazy.
We've actually got phalanx as well.
Nothing there.
It's
Don't worry about
you know what it is. It's a
Sometimes it doesn't
it's
connect.
a break room. That's what it is.
Ah, yeah, that's the pool. When it rains, they go in there for the baths and stuff. You know?
Wash themselves with twigs, as you do.
I mean, that's what I do, yeah. You know it. You know it. All right.
I
85
haven't
to 85.
tried the
Equal will
twig
count.
routine myself.
You haven't? It's
No.
great for the skin.
Really peels a fresh layer.
You just have to find a sharp stick, essentially.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
And then
like,
you'll be sharp as a stick.
you like shave with twigs as well. Knife and fork, knife and twig. Twig and twig. Archers, anyway, should be scaling further up. ZertoN has
Oh.
paused that, though. He's going into mass melee.
He did get composite though already, right? So he's like the archer mass is still effective. Like that's still a lot of boys, right? Melee, we're going to be building up for a large battle here as both players head to the pop cap on their army comps, and then we'll probably have some sort of clash, looking to see when players start navigating towards the stone and start considering a keep, as they have large economies at this stage that could support a bit of diversification there. As the crossbow mass is up to 15 for B, which is really good. Jan's even coming into play. Man-at-Arms coming into play. B's just going to make a bit of everything. He wants the A-move comp to work. Plenty of metters.
ZertoN. I mean, the problem I'm seeing here right now is starvation on the way, right? Like, I think he's going to run out of food first. On top of that, he has targeted relics now, but there's only one he's likely to grab here.
That's a big food switch coming in right now, though. And that is without Eco Wing, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a raw farm transition occurring right now.
Well,
and we see that in the military numbers. Up 20 now is B, as the military schools and others continue to...
ZertoN being annoying on that relic still. I mean,
he's actually going to get in. That's actually really annoying. There's a
he's on the berries. Yep.
Oh,
Lancers are going to react, though, so minimum damage done. I mean, the big issue that I'm seeing right now is techs. Like, ZertoN going Culture Wing, but being behind on Blacksmith techs is kind of baffling to witness. It's especially important here because he's scaling Golems, and he hasn't even got Bloomery. Like, did you know that Golems are the #1 unit that uses Bloomery the best? There's no better unit.
Yeah, they double attack.
Yeah, but, like, he neglects it until the bitter end. This is going to be a hard fight. And again, where's the front line for B?
All on crossbows, and he had to reroute his knights, and maybe some stables are not really there. Fighting without his full mass, and he has mangonels, but they're not here yet.
I don't think they're going to be here in time. No, they didn't get the memo on when they were meant to wake up for the attack. Gulem's still standing their ground here. That's an annihilation. B. Reinforcements are starting to arrive, but surely without the meta aura, there's no way you can contest the Abbasid mass.
B had been taking better fights for a while, and now these knights are just going to get demolished as more frontliners come in. The mangonels are setting up in the back. We hear them attacking a house or outpost or something.
I think it was the wall.
That was not good use of them. Maybe they were stuck on an attack move there or something. As the
Springhold.
Oh, that's some vision.
He's got it. The outpost reveals it. So nice snipe down there. Wow. I don't think B can stand here anymore.
Wow. This is really rough, too. Yeah, the whole range mass is getting taken out.
The crazy part is ZertoN isn't even leaning on composite bows anymore, right? It's just a full switch and a crossbow golem spam. And when we look at the map, like, this is a critical breakout point. Look at his gold, right? Like, you know, he's harvesting pretty hard in the 4Ks behind him. Those would not last long if you got bogged down in this area. So important they start stretching out, because next point of contention should be those 8K veins.
And ZertoN has really good late game technique, right? He's certainly comfortable in this position at this stage of the game, where maybe B could have had an advantage in the early game. Definitely didn't look like it here, but just players on paper from their past performances, like, this is where ZertoN starts to shine, and he's certainly set himself up for success. Already has the farm transition in, stacking res, he's going to be able to comfortably get to 200 pop here, and do whatever he wants, right? Like, this next fight for B is going to be kind of make or break, I think. If he's going to be on, like, the back foot the entire imp, right?
Keep in mind, this could just as easily be a trade wing play as an eco wing play, because the trade post and this wall perfectly set up for the Abbasids.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah,
because, like, I think, yeah.
Because at that stage, I mean, because the comp you want to run really is Golems in your late game, right? And that's how you keep scalability. I mean, B on the other side, yeah, Great Bombards is a hell of a drug, but even that has its eco limitations, and Abbasids really does feel like the king of late game for that, right? Like, their economy feels unrivaled.
It's very cool to see this rainbow army of B moving forward now with still a little bit of everything, you know, not too many knights, but
Can we get a third row of, like, icons here, please, B?
Yeah, right, we need more unit types.
What else is left to build? Trebuchets, Rams? I mean, come on, you know, this... You're leveraging half of a siege workshop.
All of it, he actually has every single unit represented, I think, in the core roster, outside of Trebs, maybe, and Rams. Siege Tower, not there.
Oh no, the fabled
Not
siege
making the
tower.
appearance.
How could it not appear? Keep drop. ZertoN, this is ambitious.
The Mangonel, though, going to take a big shot on the ranged mass. There's no more Springles for B.
The Imams, though, he needs a follow-up hit with the Mango, otherwise it's worthless here. Dive comes in on the flank. Golems aren't quite done yet. Castle looks like it should be able to get up. The army will be able to distract long enough. The Mango hits have dented that back line now. Question mark, can they actually push forward to finish it off, though?
Oh, the Vills are going down, but they're a lot pulled. There's a huge Congo line of Vills on the on that left side of the keep. It's kind of obscured. Looks like they're not going to quite...
Oh, no.
Really nice
You have to
dodge.
commit. You have to commit at this stage. ZertoN, he will get it up.
It was a perfect Mangonel dodge. That was beautiful.
Which is
That was
really
really
uncomfortable because remember, those Mangoes are attacking 20% quicker, right? So like, it's very easy to mistime it. But good hold. I mean, ZertoN, we talked about that 8K being the next point of contention. It's locked in now. I think we're going to Imp.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that was a really good hold there. And B now kind of has to sort of figure something out because these exchanges have not been going well. Look at the destroyed value, man. 5,000 resources more. These fights are just decisive for certain Zabassids right now. And I don't think it's just composition or strat. I feel like part of this is how the fights are being taken.
I would also be curious as to what aura B is using. Because I feel like in those last few fights, the melee armor would have been worth it against the Golems because there was quite a lot of them and they were lasting an insanely long time. Whereas the front line of B was evaporating a bit too quick. I've got this funny feeling he's just got it on attack speed. Like if we have a look right now, like any unit for the meta aura. Yeah, so he's just using attack speed. Which, I mean, at this stage, I almost feel like ranged armor makes a lot more sense.
Oh, the units. There's a bit of a bottleneck here. Gonna get away. The mass siege is going to be the answer to this ranged mass from certain. I think
Grease Axles is now on the way.
Yeah, that would have been huge here for B.
Okay. So we're just going to be normal about this. I see how it is.
Yeah, no trade wing for you. Your prediction, sadly incorrect. I think that would have been interesting to see in this case.
It's a good game for it, right? Like,
I think it is, yeah.
I guess
but it also makes sense. You have so many farms. Just getting both upgrades makes your farm income so insane.
It's more than that, though. Like, he has the 8K, but this is where I think he may have misread, right? Like, he's forfeiting ground now, so he'll be shoved behind the tree lines again, and I think he's got maybe 4,000 gold maximum left. By the way, he also did go up to a free TC. I don't think it really made a difference at this stage in the game, because they're already too eco deep.
Yeah, and after that last exchange, look at the kill value. Like, B has been slowly climbing back into, like, just value. And look at the Vil count and military count. It's, like, almost identical. That's.
Can we check the gold veins next to ZertoN's base? Because that's what's scaring me right now. Like, the fact he went eco wing, yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. He has 1,500 gold left over. He just forfeited the 8K gold.
Yeah, I think he could still fight to take it back with a couple upgrades. Be looking to wall off the right side, and they're both players now just setting up lines and lines of walls as we get ready for the later stages of this match.
I'm starting to think B's going to end up trading at this rate.
He could. The Treb's coming in with the attack speed, though. They have those garrisoned units inside with siege crews.
Istanbul's Vertry on the way. So timing difference isn't going to be huge here. ZertoN needs to leverage this into shutter trigger straight away to brute force his way onto one of the golds. He can't wait around here.
Right. He's like awkwardly popped though, so he's only going to have what, the 5 Springolds, which
that should be enough.
It's enough.
Yeah.
He's not getting it though.
This is wild. So he's just going to flood Golems. No, the Horsemen. It has to be Horsemen. You can't afford Golems in mass. I say that, he's going for it. Queues up both the elite techs.
Yeah, Golem Spear. Isn't that Spear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the problem I'm taking here is Golems of, was it 30 gold each? I don't, because you also have to get elite army tactics. Shut triggers is on the way.
Costs a lot.
Yeah, if you fail to secure the gold with the first fight, I think you're just dead.
Oh, these Trebs are going down, though.
Say that, they're pretty far away.
They're coming in.
Classic
It's slow,
snipers, you know.
meaningful.
They shoot at you from 5 miles
Oh,
away
whoa,
and
whoa,
then
whoa,
walk
whoa,
off.
whoa.
Whoops.
Okay, he was not looking.
Yeah, he doesn't have shutter triggers yet. This is a bit ambitious.
Almost in.
Oh, mangoes.
But B's up as well, so he's going to be getting his own shutter triggers. A little bit delayed, but Tithe Barnes as well for his extra relic. And crossbow as well. Would be his first upgrade.
Should be turning for the fight now. Mango shots come in. Even puts the trebuchets in for good luck. Keep drop attempt here by ZertoN. This one feels less likely to work than the last one. Big smash! Mango low.
Big smash.
Reload's coming in fast here. Splinter formation, but nice micro. B just targeting multiple locations. Looks like the shot trigger advantage will come through clutch for ZertoN, as it looks like B was just 25 seconds short of being able to even out there. However, the biomass might be good enough to push through.
Now that biomass of units is certainly strong enough, and the Springald might get taken down here, in which case the Trebs could move forward and start working away on this fresh keep. And like you said, ZertoN desperate to get his hands on one of these 8Ks. If he doesn't get access to this quickly, things could go south, and I have a feeling B has just enough unit flood at this point to sit under this, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah, and the Trebs, remember, they got that buffed attack speed, so this keep won't last long. I mean, ZertoN right now, he's idling 15 eco. He has no gold income.
Wow. The Great Bombard on the way as well, which should end any of the ranged masses if given the opportunity. The Gulam, though, is no EAT still, right, on this Gulam, so...
No, which is huge, right? Like, it's just boot camp.
That's only boot camp, yeah, and
yeah.
You don't have so many crossbowmen from B. He already has a lead. Incendiary on the way. That's going to be just hard counter.
I just don't know how he's meant to hold here. Like, I wonder if trade just would have been the better choice. You would have at least had a gold trickle coming in. Yeah, your food income would have been weaker, but food isn't the suffering point here. I think B just on point to identify that.
Yeah, really did a good job locking down this gold at least. While
he's
having
diving. He's diving for the Trebs. Gulams head in. Crossbows are going to end up standing their ground. A little bit surprised by this. Incinerate is not in just yet.
Does he attack speed though? Like, I think he's cozy. This is into the counter, right? Like, it just doesn't work. All those Gulams have died. 400 gold in the bank for ZertoN, and I guess maybe a horseman switch if he has any up. He has vet, right? Like, maybe that's what he can do.
He won't have bio. Everything just feels expensive. He has got medical centers, so that might allow him to hunker down while gathering. But we've got great bombards in, and remember, folks, that's siege cruise.
Big bad boy going for the shot on the Vills. Not too much damage dealt there. Only a couple Vills go down. The Ram gonna be the next target.
I don't think that was intentional.
Ram gonna be the next target. And now back to the Vills.
Wow, it's better than a Springald.
We're back on them. Yeah. Wait, why is he back? The one Springald? Maybe he needs to.
The little Springald who's good?
Yeah, he's just refocusing for this next.
Oh, that's so cool. B's doing the wall gates. I think Baldwin was the person I've seen doing this the most recently. It's a really cool little strat, especially when you're against things like Gulams. Great bombard. He could just blast the keep right now. Ooh. A little bit of bouldering going on there. Oh, yeah. I think it would have been better value just to hit the keep there. B, with that dive, way too many troops lost.
Yeah, a huge loss on that. But there's 2 more bombards on the field already. Just a matter of getting them up to the front lines at this stage. They have to roll. They're a bit slow. Give them some time. They'll get there. They'll get there when they get there. Is kind of how they would like to frame it.
Got it. So there's annoying workmen that keep telling you different reasons why you can't have your sync yet.
Your sync?
Well, yeah, like, you know, the workman is like, I need this repaired tomorrow. He's like, well, you know, we got to change like the valves. And the Great Bomb was like, oh man, we can't make it out there. There was a rock on the road. Let's go round.
There was a horseman blocking bridge. We had
some idiot built a wooden wall in my way.
Yeah. Someone, not pointing fingers, but it was B. Oh man. And yeah, B's just comfortable to camp here. He's setting up for trade.
I mean, if bastards aren't going to take advantage of it, right? Ottomans are. They've got trade bags. 40% extra gold is pretty nuts.
Oh, we got the bombard on the south side now.
Knock, knock. Hey, this keeps just gone. ZertoN. He did at least get elite army tactics, but enjoy life without gold.
Sayonara, keep. He's going to move forward anyway into the gold, even without the keep. The
Bold.
bombard's in the back. Look.
I mean,
He can't have a
outposts don't
mining
really
camp.
slap the same way as a castle, right?
He doesn't have a mine. Like, if you just focus the mining camp, it's like he killed all the
I mean,
boys.
no, because if you do that, he leaves. If you do this,
They die.
he keeps stacking up, baby. Crossbows
Certain
moving in.
lost control. Oh no, the Springolds.
B, wait,
What
A
is
click?
he doing?
A B?
What the heck? Wait, this might lose him his army.
No, because the real army is behind this. It's
Oh,
the
no,
great
bombards.
bombards.
I mean, he lost everything there, though. Like, that was a huge misclick. He
Hear me
walked
out.
into the melee
More-
units.
Hear me out. More population now for siege.
That's fair and a valid point, and I give that to you. 4 minutes left on the sacred sites, though. And not quite enough stone for a keep yet, but it looks like B's looking to put one here. If he
This
plants
is
a
why-
keep here, it gets really hard, right?
This is why the walls are toxic as well, by the way. Just look at that. Oh no! Anyway.
Oh no. Anyway.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more players using this. I noticed that recently in a team tournament, Baltoon was using it a lot, and it's really... Like, it almost looks cheesy. It just ruins any ability to counterattack.
It's like
Works
Fortnite.
Pretty much. But I don't know how I feel about that arc for Age of Empires 4.
Hey,
But
man.
actually, when you think about it, placing all the walls is that, right? Someone's going
Right.
to muscle memory making little boxes to hide in.
You can just make that like a script for everybody. It's just one of the buildings is like a stamp of 4 walls in a circle, in a square, and then you have that on like your mouse wheel or something, you know.
You're talking about a community that doesn't want to have auto-queuing villages.
Yeah, I
Calm
know.
down.
I was joking. It was a joke. Please to clarify, everybody, it was just a joke. I promise.
This man is a dev, but just to clarify,
Just to clarify, that was a joke.
that's definitely not in the backlog.
No. Could you imagine? Oh man. We have just a whole R&D team playing Fortnite.
Can we just be real here? If there was a like templating for buildings, like building walls, most of the submissions would just be penises. You know I'm right. Great bombards. If they just aim and fire right now, like this castle is kind of creating a choke point that might lead to ZertoN choking. Moving in with the mass archers now.
I mean, I think ZertoN's got enough here, right?
To do what? Die faster? Like, I mean, the problem is he has no answer to the siege still.
He keeps fumbling, like.
I mean,
not
he
fumbling,
can't get enough,
keeps
right?
Losing the Springolds, yeah. He
Yeah.
doesn't have enough gold.
He needs culverins, but he just doesn't have the gold for it.
He needs his trade setup to come online faster. How many traders does he have now?
None?
None.
One? 6.
built the markets.
He has 6. And we won't talk about the other side.
I mean,
We don't want to kiss and tell on what the Ottomans are doing. It's
I
big,
think
though.
B's. I don't know if he has a huge trade route yet.
What, he's probably like 12, I
Well,
expect.
I think it's 12.
I mean, unless he's just focused on villages now to take away the gold, maybe. Let's have a look. Okay, wait, we're on ZertoN though. Okay, 5, really? Yeah, he's pop locked.
They're dying because there's, I think, isn't there still like an outpost on the right? No, maybe not. I don't know.
No, there's not an outpost. It's just, I think it's more the fact B is just focusing on taking this gold
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
because he knows ZertoN needs it to
Well,
even
the
stand a
timer,
chance.
like the game's about
Yeah,
to
yeah.
end in a minute.
I mean, it's stone walls
right?
as well. Like that's what makes it more painful. ZertoN is now making a last-ditch attempt with Rams.
Wait. Yeah. This is gonna
Wait.
be.
His
An
last-ditch
attempt.
attempt is going to go straight towards B's army?
This is one of the attempts of all time. To. Okay, here we go. The army's coming in. ZertoN feeling the pressure back against the wall. No gold income. Can only make rams, spearmen, and archers.
Oh,
He's going to
God.
be moving forward into the massed waiting arms of B, who's welcoming
the
him
quick
with
wall?
a warm hug made of bombards.
The
Oh my
quick wall
God.
to
And
choke point him up.
And the keep has the great bombard emplacement as well. The units here, they're just melting.
This is
Oh
done.
my.
Game 1 will be going to the 3D Clan Boy.
Wow. That was an interesting game. Like that went the distance, right? Like I kind of felt like early on B was struggling to keep up with the pace of the fights. It felt like ZertoN just always had a little bit more and slightly better positioning, but it didn't really end up killing B. We saw the ram attempt in Feudal Age, and I wonder if ZertoN should have committed more or less there. Because he killed what, like 6 fills, I think, 7 maybe. And
He needed more
I
rams.
don't
Like,
know.
he went 1, right? Like,
Yeah,
2 rams would have broken that. I was a little bit shocked he didn't just 2-3 ram that. Like, that, 1 ram is not going to get enough damage done. So, like, that was a poke attack, which, yeah, I agree. It was a very unorthodox
felt odd.
approach. But well played by B,
Mhm.
kind of presenting the way you're
Oh
meant to
yeah,
play this. Like, you have to do TTC in this matchup. I don't think it's an option anymore.
yeah.
Otherwise, you just get eclipsed. But yeah, I think the coolest thing for me was B's utilization of walls. Like, this is the thing that I think gets slept on. Like, Palisade walls in the late game still have insane value, especially when you're playing with units that rely on clustering enemies together, like Great Bombards.
Yeah, that was just a really clean, I think, execution of the entire Imperial Age. And we talked about how maybe ZertoN would have an edge in the late game, but I mean, B showing the potency of Ottomans and really just a supreme like mentality around map control, around objectives. He had more relics. He understood that it was going to be a gold game with the civs on the field. He understood that and he played for it. I don't know if he was actively like trying to deny trade, but he seemed to be denying all of the gold sources, all other gold sources very effectively, right? Especially that AK. That was like the central part of a certain suffering, right? He clicked up and then didn't defend it. You talked about it.
Yeah.
He went economic wing and just lost control of the middle. Maybe clicking up too soon.
Yeah, and now we get to an interesting situation. You might be looking at this going, Roos, what is wrong with you? I actually think this is the best place to use this. So let's see if it's going to be fully exploitable. We hop into game number 2. B. He opts to the Roos for moving out. Meanwhile, ZertoN, we've already seen the Iobins deliver today. Can ZertoN deliver the goodies too?
I mean, what's interesting here to me is that the Ubids are going to be really quick with the age up, and if you already have stuff on the edge, aren't you just kind of happy? Like,
I think there's an more interesting detail here actually, which is like the Roos. We haven't seen them on this map yet, I don't think, but they have a very intriguing play. Transport ships. You build transport ships quicker than you build fishing boats, so you can actually ferry your scout out right at the beginning of the game, which is not something that any other Civ wants to have to do. I wonder if ZertoN mirrors it out of force rather than desire, because if you don't, then B could just end up getting, what, 280 gold on that outskirt.
that is a lot of gold, and there's no wolves there.
I'm not sure about, I haven't checked for wolves, because like we just haven't seen much Roos. I wasn't expecting to even get drafted. I don't think there are. Okay, there you go.
Oh, there
Whoa.
are wolves. So if you try out there with a Roos,
Oh, that's dirty.
does B know this?
The tough part is like the wolves take a long time to kill with one scout, right? But this
Yeah.
should lead
Oh,
to a quicker
he's
tech
trapped.
timing.
He barked.
That
He
was a
barked.
bark for help.
Yeah, he has a transport converted to fishing. Wow.
Okay, so he's just doing it for the faster timing then. That's cool.
No,
Because remember,
he's
transport
just
ships take 20 seconds and fishing boats take 38.
yeah, and the transport
Yeah,
already.
and he's already
transported
put
the
it out.
scout.
This is
That's
what makes it
cute.
sick. Yeah.
That is a cool play, and now you get tons of bounty, and your opponent doesn't really want to build the transport too
Not yet.
early.
Because like if you're going to transport ship and you aren't doing it to ferry for gold, then it feels a redundant play, right? But I don't know if he scouted it. Yeah, because I think he just ran around. He's like, where is B's scout? So now he's forced to react to this play. Still, this is a big advantage already for B, right? Like double wolf and a deer pack before your opponent should even touch the outskirt.
Yeah, if you know the timings, I feel like this map. It's one of those things where how well does B know every Civ's timing? Like on this map, it's kind of new and a bit unexplored, I would say. So it's like, does he know when a Euban's built the transport? I don't know. Does he know this is an advantage? I guess would be the question, right?
I mean, you should expect it. Like, it's actually an
Yeah.
advantage. If an AOB player has to come out this early, it's already an advantage.
Hmm.
Because, like, you don't want to... By idling too early, you miss out on additional fishing boats, right? So you're actually griefing your timings if you have to rush out too soon. So, yeah, really
I
cool
love
play
these
by B.
walls. I love these walls. I love those. They're so far forward too.
They're
I
so
think
broken.
building it even further forward would also be good
I
because you
think
could
it's...
deny the dock spots, right?
Yeah,
Or
maybe
I
it's the
guess the
balance of idle
transport.
time. I think it's the balance of idle time for him. He doesn't want to, like, have to walk back too far afterwards. But it's good
Also,
enough, right?
if you build it too far forward, they can just transport around. So I
Yeah.
think you're right. Yeah, it's like you just want it to defend, and it's not going to be able to stop docks realistically.
Well, this is cool because you can just contest the north side pond. The south side, like, ZertoN isn't going to contest it, right? He's not going to try to fish there because of how deep that wall was. And more deer being hunted. There's also a wolf there. Like, this is insane. Look at his gold right now. This
No
is cozy.
wheelbarrow yet.
I think you don't even rush wheelbarrow here. You actually just rush
Well, you
maybe
could.
broadaxe.
You just wait for broad, maybe.
Yeah. Because, like, it might be a bit shaky to try to get wheelbarrow as well. And, like, do you really need to move your villages much? Is the other thought.
I mean, the best element for wheelbarrow is actually on the wood line. It has the most impact there.
I think, yes, after a slight delay, like, I feel like broadaxe is better initially, though, right, for the opening ships. Because the initial lumber camp's close enough to the trees, right? But where did ZertoN go north then? So he took out the deer over there. So this should at least balance out that way. Yeah.
Oh, did he find that triple wolf over here too?
I
Maybe
think
that's what
so,
he was
yeah.
doing.
That's why he was delayed. So that was
there
the
were
correct call,
3
because if
wolves
ZertoN
along
had
the-
gone south, B would have got a lot more bounty off the map. Because now they're just going to follow each other around, right? So the other deer pack will get denied.
Actually, yeah, and showing where his scout is kind of gives a certain idea of where to go.
This could have been an aggressive Kremlin. I'm a little bit disappointed it isn't. I mean, it's risky because your opponent can pull villages, but it would have been cool to see. It's not as strong as Barbican because the issue is your opponent has enough time to react. And ZertoN, he actually snuck in for a dock on the south side.
Bill's getting pulled. We're gonna have a bit of a shiv fight. Everybody, get your knives out. We got a little fight, and yoink.
Bye. I
So
wonder, does B just play
So
hunting
funny.
cabins and not ever gather gold? Because that's interesting, right? Like, that's kind of a cool play on this map.
That's insanity.
And it's
41
trees. Yeah.
Holy.
And he can build 3 or 4 of them along that tree line. So he could generate, what, probably about 150 gold.
ZertoN missed
wait,
these
what?
wolves. We
What,
assumed
both of
ZertoN got them.
We made an ass out of ourselves. Okay,
Yeah,
so
you and me.
that's...
It's these deer though, but I guess that's good compensation.
But, like, overall, B's quite happy, right? And, yeah, there you go. Broadaxe immediately gets queued up. Scrum ship queued first. How many docks have we got? Because that's the area ZertoN should have an advantage. Is you have to remember he's only paying 75 wood, right? So you can get these kind of powerful surge points compared to the Rus.
Yeah, I mean you're up so much earlier, right?
That's
Played
why
into his
Advanced
hands.
Wing looks so busted for the Ibids, right?
Yeah, yeah. For these kind of like technical maps where it's about speed
Yeah.
on the age up and like really using your first ships to your advantage, but not too much advantage gained here just yet. We'll see how that translates into the north and south corners of this lake, because that's where the game kind of gets decided, right?
Yeah, one big advantage that the Ibids do have over Rus here is the demo ships, right? Like, I think that's always a weak point for Rus, is demo ships are very hard to use. The hitboxes are bigger, ergo they can't get as deep into the enemy formation, and also they tend to get hit easier by archer ships. So I wonder what B's solution is to that issue, because I've seen quite a few Rus players struggle with that specific detail recently. Kind of interesting the way they're sort of dodging each other so far, though.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of damage here and there on each ship, but looks like ZertoN currently has the advantage on both of the north and south, but we'll see how long that lasts. The ships are coming out for B. He'll be able to fight. I think South Pond looks like where he's angling for.
Let's have a ship advantage.
Oh, whoa!
Ooh, terrible opening,
micro.
though.
Oh, he's going
Yeah.
for the.
Oh, he's baited. He's been full baited. He can't actually get away from this now. Like, one spring should be going down. He can't even get the archer ship kill.
Yeah, the repairs from the fishing boat's gonna be enough, and he's just gonna sack these 2 ships. One does get the kill, and now he's going for a fishing boat, and it looks like he should get both of these if he clicks.
Yeah, B needs to get a demo out right now. This is snowballing.
Oh, he does. He does get the demo out, and the splits in for ZertoN, gonna make that not the most painful loss ever. A fishing boat rallying to
Counter
the front
demo
for
play.
his own repairs. The counter demo coming in, but there's a galley there, able to get the splits.
Oh.
B not able to. The damage wasn't too bad on that one. The demo goes for the full health Bagla. Oh man.
B's keeping this back right now. I mean, even though there's a military advantage for ZertoN, it's kind of like a little bit skewed there, right? Like, there's some really good trades. Tail end looks like it's going to just end with 1 springald and 1 springald. The interesting part to me, though, is that ZertoN still has a pretty substantial military lead after what looked like better trades for B.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that's the production lead. Golden Age doesn't really matter that much here, right? Because, you know, your wood gathering rate is the only thing you're buffing, and that's an advantage for the Rus. Because 20% versus 10.
Right. We're gonna have some exchanges here. No arrow ship, so this Hulk on the way out. Oh, and there was a flanking navy from ZertoN. I didn't even see that.
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty deep.
Everybody
Like,
dies.
Oh my god.
Nobody lives.
2 guys left at the end, just like one missing an arm, one missing legs. Like, should we just say that everyone else died and go home? Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say you got a lot of crewmen swimming to shore right now, saying, "Oh, do we keep the fight going? We don't have our boats anymore."
But like, what if the rest call us cowards? Like, they're too busy swimming for sure. They won't know.
Yeah. The cowards are the ones that don't make it.
No, they're the
What
ones
is
that
this
do
wooden
make it.
fortress is bold. What the heck? That's gonna get spotted instantly, and yeah, that
Oof.
was just
Yeah, that's too
ambitious.
close. He has to pull 1 tile back if he wants to do that.
Demo splits.
It's too healed, right? Yeah.
Wow,
Has he got teak masts? I don't think he ever got teak masts.
I don't think so.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
no
actually
way.
crazy. Like, I assume that's why ZertoN is ahead like this, because teak mast is kind of crazy in this matchup, but I don't know if he forgot about it, or if it's just not at this point in his build order. Like, in fairness, he hasn't really kept enough ships alive for it to feel truly valuable.
Gosh, these bagels can't keep getting away with it. Shaking fist. The dock gets
They're not bad
repaired.
bagels, though, right? So
Yeah.
that gives hope for B. But B, like, this is one of the limitations that he has with this build. You may know that he is not on gold veins at all. It's just passive gold. That heavily limits his ability to mass demos, so ZertoN's reaction to mass springles is actually correct.
That's kind of a crazy build from B. I don't know. I feel like going to the edge wouldn't hurt.
ZertoN holding onto a lot of wood as well. Doc, it should
Just
end up going
repairing for
down.
the ships to come out.
Just about keeps it up here. Yeah, both players are definitely mismacroing the wood. Like, it happens on a map like this, right? The thing you can reliably gather is just wood. I do feel like B is kind of getting outplayed here, though. But these small little differences with the archer ships, especially. Oh, they say that. Whoops.
Really good splits again from ZertoN. Did you see how just clean and clinical that was?
It was
That
last second. Yeah, it's kind of wild, right? It looked like it was going to be too late, especially with
It
how slow
wasn't.
Baglas are.
Yeah, and it just didn't end up being too late. He was able to do it. And that keeps up this pressure, and he's got a... Wow, he's got a down rating? Like,
Yep.
what isn't he doing right now, right?
And now this is the depressing part, right? Like, B can't afford to lose demos like that. He just doesn't have the gold income for it. It's so hard to use Roost demos well, though.
Is he market abuse? Can we check the market? He has a market.
No,
Yeah,
like,
he's
yeah.
selling wood. I
Why
just saw him.
is ZertoN not selling wood, though? Look at his wood.
ZertoN would
It's
benefit.
got 1,600. I think he's just started. Maybe? No.
No, it's... What?
No, yeah, he is. It's just the UI sucks, right? Because he just went 100, 100, 100, 100. Yeah. We have to wait for the traders to bring the gold back from the market.
It's a whole process.
Yeah.
And now arrow slits on this forward wooden fortress is going to be really annoying, actually. And that dock could get taken out, maybe just by the Vils torching it, but I think he just wants to get him back to work. And wow, it looks like B for a moment has, with very few ships, stabilized.
Yeah. He's alive. I don't know how long he's going to be kicking, though. ZertoN's making a full migration onto land. This could actually be a TC drop. I mean, he's far enough ahead for it. Maybe he just wants more arrow slits, but I actually think a TC drop makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah, and TC, that looks like enough for a TC from ZertoN. If you have the food income from the fish, TCs are really, really easy, especially.
It fixes the overuse of wood as well, right? Because like all this trade on wood means it's pointless doing that. And then while you've got B who is still trying to trade for gold and rely on hunting cabins, you can actually just have a TC on a gold vein.
Going to stone now as well. Interesting choice, the stone and not the gold, because the gold price, when we checked it a minute ago at the market, it was down to like 40 or something, and it's just going lower and lower. So that gold is really not... That exchange rate starts becoming a lot worse. Almost wonder if the Golden Gate...
Oh, the demo!
Oh, the demo! Oh, what an incredible shot. ZertoN gets a demo just in time. The Vills were about to garrison, but no, the door did not open. They did not budge, and down they go.
I think
oh
B's... I don't think B realizes how dead he's about to be, right? Like, the problem right now is he's going hard on stone to get arrow slits and placements. He's just trying to wooden fortress this up, but with ZertoN's move out to the outside islands, with the fact that Castle Age is imminent, I mean, he isn't reliant, he isn't shackled to the center island. B's that kid living in the basement. ZertoN's that Shad who owns a mansion.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, he's rich, right? Like, ZertoN is just floating in the resources right now. I think he could do anything he wants. He could look at an age up, even.
I think that's the goal here, right? And you're probably looking at... You could go Growth Wing, it's not a terrible idea. Master Smith's kind of eh.
This is a demo.
Oh. Was a demo. Hello, B, are we still here?
Yeah, I mean, ZertoN reacted to that real quick, right? And it's funny because we're just watching it. The reason we react like that is because the players are still macroing behind this, right? They're macroing. There's multiple water fights going on at once, right? There's engagements and pings all over the screen. And for ZertoN to react to that demo within, what, 1 second of it existing? Like, he's just playing really well. Like, you just can't deny it. This is a tournament form, ZertoN, and I'm really, really here for it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I love to see it as well because, you know, this isn't the late game we talked about. We thought B was going to be very creative, very dominant in the other game. I'd argue with the way that ZertoN microed on the water side, B didn't look dominant at all in those opening plays, right? ZertoN seemed to have his number.
Yeah, it seems like at every engagement has been good for him.
I think what impresses me most as well is you have to remember those opening minutes. B, once he teched up, he had the feudal advantage of 20% wood, right?
Oh.
Like, ZertoN didn't have the 10% golden age yet. He wasn't 10 structures in.
Uh-oh. We're about to have some land aggression as the final trees get chopped, but also spearmen looping around the south side. So military on the land is going to be ramping up for ZertoN, and that might further cement his lead. If he denies that wall and gets in, B didn't build the TC yet, did he?
No. You could actually legit just do like a Gulen pump from the mainland, from the main island. Wait, the island? Because it's not the mainland. The center of the map.
The central island. Yes, okay. But the
starting
spearmen
point
are going to be enough, I think, to deny the wall and potentially... Wait, he needs to...
If that idles out the gold, B's in trouble. Because this is going to turn into a demo pump. You can feel it coming. Other scary thing here, actually, is with ZertoN heading towards Castle Age, he can just build springles with the spears.
He can do a lot. I think ZertoN has a world of opportunity, and he's adding rams on the main island? Where is this ramp?
It should be... If he keeps building it near the fat AK gold, if I'm not mistaken. No, left side AK. Left side AK. No? Okay, we're just vibing, boys.
Can we look at the center?
It must be on the center.
Yeah, he's got a barracks.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I was assuming.
So tech up complete. This is where the game gets really hard for B. Armored hulls just came in. Springle Cruise is going to be next up. Your counter to this play is actually demos. It's your only counter. He doesn't have demos because his gold is depressing to look at.
Yeah, the market play I think was really interesting early, but I think that should just hold you over until you can afford to send some vills. But he never did, right? Like he just held onto these vills on the mainland for so long. He tanking the market with the strategy isn't the way. And wow, the demos connect. B caught slacking, and down goes his navy. Oh my.
Down goes any advantage he had. Now even on Springwalls, but they're really not, right? The extra armor coming in. I think we also probably have Teak Mask by now, which is just a snowballing lead. It's percentage on percentage, right? So you get more value.
ZertoN.
Outpost, ZertoN
Knock,
needs
knock,
to pull
hello.
away.
We've been complimenting your micro and reaction speed all game, please. No.
He's too busy doing a victory lap of his living room right now.
Oh my god, this is starting to become a destruction. Hello? Okay, he noticed.
He just
Okay,
realized. Yeah. So
wow.
the thing is, like, I think B is at risk of being exposed as well. Like, if that fleet of ZertoN pushes in, he will see the wood gatherers, right? And then the outpost will attack. I think that is Springwood and placements coming in as well. God.
The ram is actually targeting the docks, which gets rid of the emplacements. It's funny because the ram, the dock emplacement can't shoot the ram.
No, but it can shoot deer and boars. Did you know this?
There was a period of time where it could shoot elephants and only elephants. Yeah,
why can't we just let the deli be?
Oh man, it is what it is.
Villagers? Has he got the archer ships there? The villagers are trying to pull away, but B? Oh,
he's
reacted
okay.
just in time.
He's all set. He's fine. Calculated. But yeah, the Navy swoops around from both players, having a bit of a trade on the ships. But still a lot of fishing boats, and the repairs on this ball probably been going on for a while. The Archer going to defend there. A Treb coming up in the middle. Okay. We're really... Things are heating up.
Yeah.
If B doesn't age soon on the outside, he's getting landmarked.
Like, even if he gets to the outskirts, I don't think it's going to look good here, right? Like, how do you set up? This 4-5 wall's only going to last so long. Like, ZertoN will keep gradually scaling that spearman count.
That's just a ram waddling around towers. So funny.
Don't mind me, I don't want to kill your tower, I want to kill that tower. Okay.
Are these traps? Okay, here we go. So this is essentially a clock. And yeah, he missed. Okay, he missed. It happens to everybody.
So the clock is how long until he hits. Hello. Unfortunately, the Springwalls decided to attack that dock.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. You're being baited in. There are arrow slit outposts nearby, and there are also Springwall crew ships.
Oh boy.
He just needs to get off this island. This is a death sentence right now, and I think he just pulled a transport ship, so he understands as well. It's too late now.
Landmark, man. I think he's going to be able to build a landmark in time, obviously.
It's a good high trade house game.
Maybe in that left corner, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Just slot that bad boy right in.
Oh, it kind of doesn't look as juicy as you'd want it to be, but...
No, but like, it's going to be better than your average, for sure.
Well, like, what were we guessing? Who goes first?
Are we going there?
The same time? Or do we keep it in our heads?
3.
Let's keep it in our heads this time and see who's right.
1. Okay. We're assuming he's even going to build it. Maybe he wants to know.
He is, right there, yeah.
Maybe he wants to build an Abbey of Trinity.
Alright, I'm keeping my number in my head. And yeah, and at the end we'll see who's right. Let's see it. The Ayubids are coming. Up the river. The demo just...
The villagers that got left behind. Like, wait. The transport ship. Okay, he does at least ditch them out of it. I don't know, man. I don't think you can play, like, onto the... Yeah, you can't play out here. You don't have anything to really defend you. You don't have a TC here. Bad time to give it over. Tech up was at least complete.
All right, we'll check that in 30 seconds. Keep your number. Keep your number. The threat of getting landmarked is now less severe, although the high trade house getting burned down by those spears doesn't seem completely impossible. I wonder if the gremlins would have been good at this point to just hit the woodline and the treb.
That's an interesting idea, actually. Yeah.
Why not call at this point? It's 22 minutes. How many could you have? Like,
I guess it's tricky against Ivids specifically.
Gremlins, right?
Yeah, but like against Ivids and Abasa specifically, right? Like the firearm mitigates your burn through speed. But like other
You
civs,
just
I
hit
think
the
that's a very
hills.
viable civ.
You just idle the wood line there in the middle.
Yeah. I wonder if that would even be good enough at this stage. I mean, it is a
Probably
pretty
not.
substantial lead for ZertoN now.
Almost double the population. It's really hard at this stage. And we talked about how good Roos is on water maps this entire tournament, and
I mean,
I
have
think
we?
Yuba's showing. I have, and Yuba's kind of showing some of the potency here. Can we check that out, Trade House, before the game ends? You'll
Oh
never,
my
dude.
God.
I said 250,
I don't believe you.
bro. No, I did. It was in my head.
I mean, I put
I said
198.
exactly 250, not 251, not 249.
Yeah, sure you did, Winston.
Dude, no, you gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. I got it.
Anything else you want me to believe while we're at it? Like maybe new
I said
pathfinding's
250.
coming to
I
Age of
said
Empires
250.
4. Maybe there's new net code on the
Dude,
way.
I'm just
There's
big
going to be a
brain.
working capture age. Anything else you want me to believe while we're here?
I'm big brain. I want you to believe that I'm big brain.
Well, Guillem's written now, guys, so I think we're going to be saying
This
farewell to
game
B.
is over. Yeah, I wanted you to check it before the game was over because his only standing navy is 3 fishing boats and they are on the run. I want to see the gremlin call and just YOLO. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? That'd
No.
be fun. It'd be
I
fun.
think the militia would just lose to villagers at this stage. The Guillem's just like, there is a Guillem in there, right? Just go on in. It's party time. Have at it, boys.
And away we go.
Oh god, there's more as well. Yeah. Oh, no.
It's Gulam time. Wait, what the heck is going on?
The irony of wanting gold and dying to Gulam. GG, there it is. Roos will fail him. ZertoN able to even it up. Ayab is a surprisingly effective pick on moving out as the meta is starting to develop.
Yeah, on these maps where it's like really tight dock positions and it's about speed, the human build order is just faster than the Roos one when you have to build a transport to get to the deer, right? I think that's a big difference, right? On normal water maps, one of the main advantages of the Roos is the deer thing. And we talked about how we got them, but it was still kind of slow, right? Like, it wasn't as fast as it would normally be.
Yeah, well, it's still quicker than the Ibids, right? Like, overall, it's not too bad of a timing.
Was it? He was up later.
But that's advancement wing, right? Like, you're not going to beat advancement
But
wing.
that's what I mean. But that's like how humans would compete, right? Is with
Yeah.
the advancement wing.
But the transport ship play is pretty cool there. Like, I think it's going to work against a decent amount of civs. I think the bigger issue, though, is just Roos aren't better on water. They're better on land, right? Like, this civ, I think we've been holding on to a very outdated idea about Roos on water maps. It just doesn't work anymore, right? Like, the conversion initial ship seems great, but then you're like, all right, what next? And then you realize, oh, wow, Juji would have felt better right now. Oh, China would have felt better right now. Oh, even HRE would have felt better right now. So, yeah, it's definitely not a pick
That's
that
a
I'm on
hot
board
take.
with. I don't think it's that hot of a take. We could ask
okay,
a bunch of bros.
it's a lukewarm take, but it's not a cold take by any means.
It's like I don't think I've seen Roos win once on Archipelago. Right, like that.
When was the last time you saw Roos on Archipelago?
I saw it like
because that's
2 or
another
3
map.
times
But that's
since
another map
qualifiers.
where the deer aren't there. If you build the transport early, it's
but like it's a
better,
water map. That's my point, though, right? So like if Boulder Bay was here, sure you'd have a point, right? Like okay, Boulder Bay.
That's when I'd have a point. Wow, you just put that in quotes or something? What the heck?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've got to. What are the water map options here? Like Holy Island, I don't think is that great for Roos. Archipelago is definitely not good for
Great
Roos.
map for Roos.
Japan Juji. Every day of the week.
Sure, but like I still think Roos is.
So Roos is like
there.
5th, right? Japan, Juji, Order the Dragon. I actually think are kind of surprising there, and then China. I think like Roos they don't need to win every map, Winston. They've got all the land ones.
Saying they win every map,
but we're going to see, and it's going to be
on fifth for water maps. Feels a bit spicy.
What is the point anymore, Winston? When I say the number 1 broken, you guys still don't nerf them, so I'm just moving on with my life. Order the Dragon versus English and Archipelago.
That's a petty comment, and you know it. You're just really getting in there, huh? Oh man,
gotta get the jabs, You
jokester, yeah, ha. Have your laughs. But
it's Archipelago, right? So anyway, in we go.
There we go. Yeah. My brain can't handle this map again. I'm scared. Ooh, 2 relics on the northern one. That's fun. on the
Wait,
Northern
yeah, this
Isle.
is a very anemic spawn of Archipelago.
Yeah,
Where is
very
this?
little land.
Yes. So if we get a Dumu Cat-esque game, I don't know where anyone's going to build anything. God. That's... I don't remember the last time I saw a spawn that... Like, usually you get at least one really fat island. I guess the north one's kind of sizable, but... You know, I'm looking at the spawn overall. I feel like ZertoN... Did he get scammed a bit?
B has a lot of wood.
No, he doesn't have much wood at all, right? Like, look at B's wood.
That's what I said. B, not
Oh,
he.
okay, got
I
you.
said
Yeah,
B has a lot of wood.
yeah, B does definitely have a lot of wood. And also an Ark and Chapel placement that's gorgeous, because you can set it up on the gold
Whoa.
and the wood.
What about in there? In the circle.
Is that the nature grove of safety?
That's where I would put my chapel.
The way you said that.
That's where I would put it. Yeah. What? Just yeah. I'm just saying yeah. That was an innocent yeah. Don't laugh.
I too would erect my chapel there.
I did not say it like that. I did not. I did not. I did. I did not.
You sound like Clinton right now.
I was literally mid-sentence on that. Oh my gosh, and then I was like, Pesty probably doesn't want me doing that quote on his stream.
Anyway, less politicians, more royalty, because I think we're going to have an Abbey of Kings on the way soon. It's a really cool play, actually, on this map. For the English, it's why I think they're not good as Juji or Chinese, maybe not even HRE, but they're not terrible, because it does force a big reaction. And if we're being totally real, the reaction that the Order of Dragon have to give is very, very expensive. You need a moment.
No, I was just mentioning in chat that I did indeed call 250 in my head. I knew it. I said exactly 250.
I called 250 in the Discord. I called 250 in the public races, but I did not call 250 in that room. Is that what we're going for?
It was 250. We have another set after this, don't we?
We do. Like, honestly, I'm just not gonna lie. I think EGC does connect the series together for YouTube uploads. If they don't, this is very confusing right now. And we do have one more series. If you guys are... I haven't noticed many people going, where Beastie? Where Beastie? Well, if you were one of the people that were doing it, and I just didn't notice, Beastie is coming up next against Killjadi. Now, that is not going to be... I don't think that's an elimination series, right? That's
the winner series, yeah.
Yeah, that's the decider, because Killjadi was able to 3-2-B. But whoever loses this particular series will be out of Master of Realms.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is crazy. I have felt like the games today have been, like, very high quality in terms of enjoyment factor and also players. Like, I just think these games have been really crisp. In general, I would say. Like, these have been fun and enjoyable games all around, all day. I couldn't be happier to cast. There was the Demu Archipelago game, all right? I will maybe omit that from that record, but the rest of them were cool.
That is... No. I know you for long enough, Winston, to know the subcontext there is, oh boy, we could get another Dumu Cat game here in Archipelago.
That's in my head right now, and I'm ready for that reality to become true. I'm ready for this. I'm so mad that he didn't put the Aachen in the circle of trees. That would have been such a good spot. That's such a good Aachen spot. That
it's
is
just like, look at the opening right there, right? It's just like, it's begging for an Aachen to be planted in it. Unfortunately, the walk distance might be a little bit
I don't
too
care.
much.
It's going to pay off because you're going to have trees for years.
You know what? Screw it. Just build a second TC here, right?
Tell me that's not the best Aachen you've ever seen. That's like the point of the Circle Forests. That's
On a
the whole
water
purpose
map.
is to put the Aachen Chapel in the middle on a water map. Yes. Yes.
This is why there needs to be a select all trees, because I have a feeling there is not that many trees there. You just think there's that many trees there.
No, there's a lot of trees there.
You're being
What do you
full
mean?
on catfished by that tree line right now.
No, that is an insane tree line.
That,
Way
what
better
that,
than
what
he
that
has.
is
It's
right
way
there
better than what
is
he
that
has.
is like when someone's balding, but they do the comb over so convincingly, you think they've still got a lot of hair. It's not as much as you think. But
You're
what
so wrong. Give me the seed. I'm gonna go count. 1,
Jesus.
2, 3.
I
No,
would
give me
stick
that
my arc
seed.
in there. Give me the seed. I mean, we're just putting a list together right now. Transport ship play.
No. You can't
surely
start
should be
getting
coming.
loopy and doing this. No. I'm putting my foot down. None of that. None of that. We are keeping
Putting
this
my
clean.
foot down could probably go on that list as well.
No.
Have we got a transport ship coming, by the way? Like, typically the play here is a transpo to drop the king off. I don't think ZertoN done it, though.
I think the king is chilling. Oh, wait. No, it's on the north, right? Or is that just the fishing boat? On the north of... What's on the north of B's? Is that orange? Oh, he's scouting.
It's just a scout. Okay. It's kind of funny, actually, because a lot of players at the moment have been deleting the scout, but in this matchup, you can't because of the risk that your opponent is dropping the king.
Okay.
I guess ZertoN's mindset
Oh, there it is. There's the transport.
Okay,
yeah,
he's going now. Yeah. I wonder if you could have went in on your special or Larkin chapel placement, though, because like that's a nice sneak point that isn't being watched at all by B.
Yeah, going there. I mean, I don't really think ZertoN knows.
No, if you look at his vision, because he didn't pull a fishing boat, right? I think maybe
I think he's
glimpsed
blind.
the center.
He's got the scout in the transport, so if we look at his line of sight, he sees like a lot. Like
yeah. So he glimpsed the center of the map to a certain extent. Like this is always the punt. You don't know that your opponent is where B is, because sometimes you spawn on the islands next to each other. But there you go. Springs the trap, and B. This is bad news. You have to now spend 150 wood and then spend 160 resources to get 1 unit. But you're actually ideally going to need 2 spears to kind of pin the king in.
Oh, the Hulk's just not in position to get that king. And now, oh, this would have been a good Alkin spot.
Yeah, but like, what the walk time again? Dude, you have no thought for these people's sandals.
You have no... Yeah, no. That would have been a good Alkin spot. The king is on the
Feel
goal.
like just go some Nikes. King going in, though. Big idle time here. And a double spear pump down the way. Oh, this is so much worth, though. Like, this is crazy. ZertoN actually should be able to get a Navy ship lead because of the idle time here.
It is an Ore to the Dragon Spearman, though. So it's...
Yeah, but it's
he's
one.
scary. The king has to kind of respect it a bit, right?
But this is the equivalent of building 4 spears. Like, that's what you have to think. Like, the goal is to force your opponent to do this. You know your king won't be able to do anything afterwards. But the logic is now great. He spent substantially more to counter my play than what I spent on that king. Because what did I spend on that king, Winston?
Nothing.
Wow, for the low price of nothing.
The 100 wood to transport it.
That's true.
And the idle time on the dock. Which didn't really matter.
Nothing. Also, wait, hold on a second. It wasn't 100 wood. Ah.
Huh?
And it cost 90.
Oh, yeah. He's English. He is English.
He's English. We're very good at just building boats. You think English would be the best on a map like this? I mean, historically, this was our strength, right? Anytime we took a fight we couldn't win, we just went back to our island, and no one wanted to invade us.
That's not true for this time period. The Royal Navy wasn't established until the Tudors, right?
I mean, but people still...
Which is like...
People still gave up on invading us after, like, the 13th century, right?
Yeah, after the Normans got kicked out.
Yeah, after William came in from Norman, that was it.
Yeah, and the Danes.
That was earlier.
Yeah, not that much earlier. Well, much earlier, yeah.
By the centuries that the history exists, it's not that long. But for you or me, it's quite a bit of age.
The Romans got there too, right?
No, they gave up. Italians came in, they're like, oh, these people have no style. I love how he walloped that spear 3 times and he done like no damage. That is the equivalent of like a real person trying to beat back a brigand with like a purse. It's so underwhelming how little health you remove from these spears.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have a naval engagement though. ZertoN finally building up the courage to move forward. And the naval count has completely evened out. It's almost dead. It's dead even naval numbers, except the defensive production speed going to be there for B. So Gonna have to retreat after a
Could
little poke.
ZertoN have went Admiralty? This game was so idled out. I wonder if Admiralty would have been a good shout. It's not often we see it, but there are some games that just set up naturally for it.
I mean, it's a really good upgrade once you have it. It is tricky to get though, right?
Okay,
it's one of the more expensive
if we click
ones.
the springwood chip, we can check. I think he already has it. Yeah, we hover.
You have to hover
On,
that
yeah, you go hover on the range. Oh, got 7-tower range. Yeah, he got it, right? Yeah, he has it.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, this is cool then. So B has to kind of all in these fights. It makes him more predictable.
I mean, not even just that. You have to take so much damage doing it, right? Like, every engagement is so expensive now.
Usually the counter to this type of play is to mass demos. And wait, did he really just pick up the king and leave again?
They're out of here. Yeah, my free unit must be saved.
All right, guys. Same invasion next. Same time for the invasion next year. Okay, see ya.
Oh man, and in we go again. The Hulk mass for ZertoN looking pretty intimidating with the Admiralty upgrade in play. It means that these engagements are just a little more comfortable for him overall. And both players getting a wide formation here, ready for this engagement, but ZertoN just going in for the poking, gonna retreat. There's a demo hiding in the fog.
He's got the fishing boats though, right? So I think he sees this. That's the kind of tricky part. Like, actually, ZertoN needs to be careful. He's the one who lacks vision around this little stealth forest on water.
Yeah, the docks also give good vision into it, right?
Yeah. It's, I mean, like, the fishing boats really do make it trivial. Just enough, he has backed those up though. Guys, it's almost that time of the year again. There's no way B would have moved his spearmen from the south side of the island to the north side of the island in this time.
At least he's having fun with it, right? Stuff is happening.
I just love that B's anticipating it. He's actually got the scout patrolling there again. He's like, I know when you'll be back.
And this is deja vu. I just feel like I've been here before.
ZertoN thinks he's being so sneaky about it as well. He's like,
yeah. He's like, oh, I'm such a sneaky guy.
Oh, I could be a ninja. I'm so subtle. Demos?
Demos in the fishing boats.
Ooh.
Looking for the shot. Waiting for the juiciest bit he can find, which is 4. Which is honestly not a terrible exchange.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Even though there's a discount there, even though the overall cost is low for the English there and the losses, it's still eco-removed now, right?
Yeah. You gladly take that.
Yeah, and it's like production as well, right? It's just like double the units worth production. King's in on land, though, having a party.
He's having a good time. Look at him go.
Wait, not the scout. Ignore the scout. The scout is... Wait, actually... He's like, I need to be sneaky.
The scout is what's giving up the whole plan. He's like, if I just get rid of this guy...
Snitches get stitches, right?
But that's actually kind of huge. You know?
And now if he just goes to the south side again and gets picked up, and then comes around again... Somehow I don't know if we could get to that point. B's army is big.
It is very large. Not enough demos on the field just yet for ZertoN. He's got them in queue. Wait, and only 3 arrow ships. He's got to make sure they're in the right spots. B with good spreads on the demos is going to start moving in on the north. Demos are going to get taken out. The Hulk's exchanging their fire. And
Fishing's exposed though. Like, he's actually losing economy in this fight right now. This is... I think B's happy with that, right? The king is gone. The king is dead. Not long live the king, so he won't be back again anytime soon. He just needs to get out clean.
Oh, wow. Big Navy lead for B here. Looks like he has most of the lads as well. Really good concave fight for him. Demos in the back, still a big threat. The 4 arrow ships for ZertoN going to be critical here. Keeping his mass alive, because he is super clumped. The first demo comes in, does hit 2. Second demo comes in, hits 1. I mean, every demo connection here is just furthering that lead for B. Now up 8 Hulks.
Yeah, this is snowballing quite a bit. It's the power of the Dragon economy. At this stage, they feel better than HRE, because if you check that wood line, it's depleting. This is where HRE is like, oh, guys, I don't know about this. How do I play the game? Not Order of the Dragon. It's built into their villages for the most, right? So they don't suffer as much when you go deeper in feudal like this.
Yeah. Feeling clean here from both players. In terms of economy balance, it's all looking good.
Wait,
But
we got healing on the go for B. Why have we got healing on the go for B? Did he
felt it
get?
was a good tech. He got Bucket Brigade. My favorite
Actually
tech.
got it?
I
The
forget actual
worst,
name for
the
tech.
worst tech on water, and he got it.
It's like it's something about buckets. It's a bucket icon.
It's the fire stations,
Fire stations. Yeah, because it's buckets.
which is confusing. With a name like fire stations, you think it would only work when you're near a dock.
Fire stations on the ship though. They have like buckets of water ready to go. You know.
I mean, that just sounds expensive.
I
More
mean,
people to employ. I have to give them a bucket as well.
yeah, the bucket's the real kicker there, huh? That's how they get you.
Yeah, like I'm fine with the indentured servitude of 2 firemen, but like the bucket prices are through the roof right now, especially with how quickly wood burns out on this map. The transport ship just feels not whole anymore.
A corner dock here is kind of sneaky. I like that play because it gives 4 fish up for certain that he could move his fishing ships to. Although you do lose the vision of them, but I think it's still worth it. In comes B, fleet and all.
Alright, so Demo counter 9.
Uh,
ZertoN, he has nowhere to run here.
oh, that was clean.
The dodges, Demo is going to start to connect.
He's
Second
going for
wave.
it. 4
He's
demos.
spinning him. Just need to shimmy around. Okay, at the moment where he could just end ZertoN's existence, he backs up. And now he's body blocking his own demos. B? Wait, what is going on right now? These demos, he's actually griefing himself with the formation.
Yeah, a little bit of a panic there, and the numbers come slightly back in ZertoN's favor. But still not really there. Like, he's still behind.
Yeah.
But, like, it's moving in his direction, though, with
Wait.
that engagement.
I think B is going for a land sneak. There's a boat to the north side, and he's got 2 gilded men-at-arms. No, check north. Orange north. No, already heading towards Green's base.
We have
That-
the demos coming in. The navies are close and personal.
I think ZertoN's about to be in trouble here. He has nothing on land to contest this. 2 gilded men-at-arms are kind of insane. Their attack speed is so low. If they get a chance to just get in the wood line and stand still, you just wait, okay, ignore me. This is spears. Wait, where are the men-at-arms?
You gotta pick them up.
Why didn't we
There's
already
only
pick
one
them up?
Uber driver in town. You gotta wait your turn.
Yeah, how did I get outbidded by spearmen, though? I guess
Oh,
they
they're
used to be
hanging
men-at-arms, and they literally gave the Uber driver their armor, their sword, everything, just to get the lift. This is kind of funky. I think ZertoN, he's trying to go castle. I mean, White Tower gives you a bit of a reset point. I think actually one thing that I noticed these players don't really do on this map is try to build an outpost on the shore. Something that's kind of underrated, especially because you've already got a transpo ship, is taking one villager and dropping an outpost on that island right there.
Yeah, and
That-
forward docks as well can be really
Yeah.
good too for arrow slits. Wow, look at ZertoN's res.
Short post out.
Why isn't he aging? Oh, there it is.
It's on the way. White Tower's coming. Okay,
it
so
under
had
duress
this
still?
been men-at-arms, right?
Oh, wow.
But for some reason, it was spears.
Men-at-arms are still maybe on their way. We'll see.
Is this like World War II American assistance on our way, or like
That is
FedEx tomorrow delivery on our way?
No, this is a lot of demos from B on your way. This is a lot of demos.
If he gets this spread right, and he hasn't got his fleet in the way this time, so as long as he doesn't retreat himself into it.
And he has a much larger fleet, like double the numbers here across the board. He has to fight into Admiralty though. The range is good. And
The
there
demos
some
are just
demos.
actually struggling to get through here.
Well,
He
I think
splits the
you
fleet.
want them hidden. You want them hidden for a bit.
Here we go. Big hit coming in. ZertoN, the panic. There's nowhere to run.
Oh my god, the entire fleet just gets completely eviscerated. B just wins the water in one fell swoop. 13 demos. He says, is this enough explosions? And I think the answer is yes there.
B just going to
Resoundingly.
submit this with a reel to Michael Bay and say you should have me in your next movie. That was insanity. Just wipes the entire fleet just before Armored Hulls comes in. ZertoN, I mean, he's scrambling at this stage, right? That white tower on the flank does nothing here.
Uh-oh, and Demo's coming in for the final cleanup. Boom, and then boom, and now, counter boom? Counter boom?
It's
No counter.
You're asking so much of these demos. Too much,
GG
in
gets
fact.
called. Wow, so the castle age up, he was stacking those resources for quite a while, went for the white tower, and B just was all in. He was ready to go. I wonder if he read that situation. If he was like, this is when my opponent might be thinking about castle. What if I just made demos instead? And I think it turned out really well for him, clearly, right? Can we look at that
Yeah.
military count? I want to see that final naval battle just dropping. Wow.
Jeez.
Look at the size difference of the navies.
The white tower is still confusing to me though, right? Like that was the most Maginot line on water type keep installments I've ever seen. Like he didn't even need to go around actually. Like it was already out of the way. Kind of a tough one. I think ZertoN, this matchup can be a little bit hard. He had some good ideas. I think what was kind of missing is maybe an outpost crawl. I thought maybe Admiralty would give him like some sort of lead there. It just never came to fruition. And maybe that's just on Order of the Dragon. I mean, we did notice on Holy Island in the qualifiers, especially, that this is a civ that's being slept on. When you add water into the equation, all of a sudden this civ can do things. And in a prolonged feudal, this civ does feel better than HRE for the very reason that you aren't shackled to that single tree line.
Mm-hmm. And now we go to Water Drake, where ZertoN has to keep his tournament life on the line, and he has to keep his tournament life in mind.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. We see a lot of Japanese here. Water Drake, usually it's the Coca Township play. What I like is Malians on the other side. Malians are kind of slept on water, where aggro is the focus, and Water Drake is designed to be about aggro. Coastal navigation is kind of bonkers. The in and out effect that gives you, it kind of just gives you this pacing on critical fights that your opponent can't mirror.
Yeah, it's really cool defensively, and like you said, when aggro is the play, and when you have docks that you can just keep building further and further forward, it really gives you lots of options, right? And yeah, as we look at this map draft by Surfshark, thank you. We look at Hill and Dale. If ZertoN wins this, and what would he even have left? Mongols or Delhi?
Yeah, so
I guess he has to go Mongols. That's a
that's
comfort pick for him,
interesting.
right?
No. Last
No?
map, you go Delhi. It's Hill and Dale.
Oh, you go Delhi on Hill and
Yeah,
Dale.
Delhi, Hill and
Oh,
Dale is
yeah,
insane,
yeah,
right?
go Delhi instead.
Like he could actually go.
Into
Bastards.
potentially
I
French.
thought Bastards
Whoa.
wasn't used for a sec. I was confused. Yeah, it's gonna
No,
be.
it's hard to tell. Right? Yeah.
It should be Delhi versus French because like Delhi HRE. If you remember, HRE used to dominate Hill and Dale, and then Delhi just took a big dump on them in competitive. And ever since then, HRE has been eclipsed in that matchup. So probably Delhi versus French.
And in we go. ZertoN versus B. Game 4. In this best of 5, it's an elimination match in our GSL stage. And we got Water Drake. It's a very spicy map. You can build docks anywhere on this water, which gives you lots of flexibility in where you want to place it, how far forward you want to place it. It also lets you kind of close down and bog down these choke points as we've seen on this map. And we're going to see both players go for central docks, which means really, really early aggression is going to be key. Right, KP?
Yeah, they're both playing directly for it as well. Now, the interesting thing is Malians, like, we have to think about what is your upside in this early phase. Because the initial dock being dropped typically is right on top of the fishing. So you don't get an advantage there from coastal navigation. It doesn't come until the feudal. And what I'm worried about is, like, surely Japanese feudal comes in a lot faster, courtesy of those cheaper fishing boats.
I mean, we can already see that, right?
Like, maybe he's going to go for the Malian transport. I just don't think it's worth it. The thing that people realize about the transport ship play, the reason why I think it only works on moving out, is because on most maps, what you end up doing to do the transport ship play is you walk out very far with 5 villages. You're idling 5 villages to hold javelins. And do you want to know what the counter to that play is, Winston? Just don't react to it.
Walk away?
Yeah, it's just literally, you just go home and you tech up. You just don't overreact.
Yeah, because it's 5 idols. It's like the English bow rush, right? Like,
Yeah.
sure, you've got 5 vills on my side of the map now, but you've got like, that's a third of your eco by the time you're there. And it's like half the eco when you leave, right?
Mhm.
So, I mean, we're seeing something interesting from B on this water map. He went for the instant pit mine, which kind of slows everything down, and now he's on Strag, so he's not really stacking food nearly as quickly as ZertoN. So ZertoN's going to have a much cleaner age up, but B is going to be banking on having like a slightly better eco uh, long term, hopefully, right? With the gold income, not needing a mining camp later, because he'll have just so much gold stacked up.
Yeah. So one thing, like, I'm wondering with how close they're playing into each other. The one reason why I've seen some people sometimes against Japan they just go wider is because this does allow the Coca to come in quick enough to potentially deny the dock. So like maybe B's thought process double dock. It's just that feels really weird because at the same time you want to get pit mine with houses, right?
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. A lot of considerations. I think the Molly and water builds feel super flexible in exactly how you execute on them. But
Yeah, but we oh
that
god,
is a
no, he's
transport.
doing it. He's legit doing it.
It's gonna be good against the Shinobi, I
Yeah,
guess, right?
that's the
Which,
value point. I guess the
yeah.
shoreline fish makes this okay as well, so you can just keep gathering when you're not attacking.
And there's a Vil there, so the Vil's gonna go down to this. He
Like,
didn't
wait,
target it.
can I hide inside, guys? Can I
Oh,
hop
there's
on one
the
of the fishing
target.
boats? Nope. Okay, so this does block the Shinobi play. This is kind of intriguing. And it's just gonna shoreline fish. And he's
A
actually
mill.
building a mill here. Oh my.
Hopping in, hopping out.
This is so wild. I didn't expect the mill play. That's so cool.
So you can just take it. Yeah, this used to be what players did on Baltic, right? Because you would have the forward dock or mill. And here you could just build the mill adjacent to the fish. I wonder if it's even better to torch.
I feel like that this is a type of play you'd want to see on something like Cauldron, maybe.
Yeah,
It's got that kind of effect as well. That's crazy. So Shinobi
mean,
on the way.
What's better, idling 3 fishing boats or 4 of your starting bills?
It's shoreline fish, right? So like idling your villages is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Like,
one food
at this
versus.
point, don't you just... He's bringing more vills forward? Is he going to build an
Wait,
outpost?
what? Please,
Is this a demo?
please
No.
let it be an
Okay.
outpost or something. This is getting weird. It's now 8. I don't
He's
want to sound
idling the fish.
biased, but part of me just doesn't want to go to a Hillendale game because I know how long that's going to be.
And now he
It's
has
just
the
scout
engagement, the
inside.
transport ship against the galley.
You lose this though because the fishing boats. Ooh,
And the
Zud.
dock repair. Oh.
Oh, wait, what is this game?
Um,
B is scaling
Um,
fishing behind this though, right? It's a lot of idle for him, but he is scaling fishing. This is such a weird game.
really torch maybe the airship? Like, the junk? Like, hop out, torch,
Maybe.
hop in, shoot kind of thing?
I think the javelin attack speed's quicker though. It's just
Oh, he tried. He's
maybe.
thinking about
He's
it.
thinking about it.
He has to right click his own
Archship's
ship.
dead though. Archship's gone. Yeah, he won't be able to kill it quick enough. There we go. So he gets rid of the first ship. And Zern, he queued up another.
vills. This is 8 villagers.
Yeah,
This
but
is
you
not
know.
worth it. Dude.
They're having
This
a good
is-
time.
No way this is worth it.
Okay, wait, hear me out. Has he got the pit mine up? I don't think he got the pit mine yet, right? If he builds the pit mine,
He did. He built it in dark.
okay, so he got pit mine. Mance is coming on the way. That kind of allows you to get away with having these idle villages. Because ZertoN, what did we say is the counter to this? You don't react to it. What is ZertoN doing right now?
Just 2 shots.
Dying.
Fishing boat.
Dying is what he's doing right now.
What? Where's the Shinobi? Is it burning the dock or something?
I think so. I think I heard a burn here. Yeah, but like he just doesn't care.
Another boat went down.
Another boat is going to go down again.
Yeah,
actually-
I guess he's killed all the fishing from ZertoN. Right?
Yeah, he's timing this between the archer shots so that the villagers never get injured. It's so annoying.
Oh, you had to say it. You had to say it. You had to say it.
I have to. Got to keep it interesting because right now
Yeah,
this is
but
looking
you had
like a
to throw
shellacking.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a shellacking indeed.
Yeah, look
He's
at the
going to
eco.
kill the Shinobi. Oh, the Shinobi's going to run.
Wait,
gonna
he's
get
going
one
to get the
shot.
coastal navigation now as well. You need to Shinjin right now. No, not like that.
Not into the water, and it's just dead.
He's got his
jabbing.
number. Jab's still
What
staying in
am I
range. That's the coastal
witnessing?
navigation effect for you. He's going to lose 2 more of these galleys.
What are these fishing boats doing?
Repair crew. He's like, I
Blocking?
ain't got no time to repair. We're busy right now. We got to kill.
This is some of the most disgustingly well microed, like Dark Age shenanigans I have ever seen.
He's
It's
10
been-
eco ahead. Like, this is not a negative anymore.
Wow.
How? Because ZertoN kept investing. He never stopped.
Did ZertoN idle TC or something?
It's the
I
fishing.
don't
It's the
understand
fishing
how-
count. It's the fishing count. Because ZertoN lost 4 fishing, and then B's got like 8.
At what point do you just try to sneak out a demo?
It doesn't work. Because
Well,
you
the
don't do
demo doesn't
bonus
deal
damage.
damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do 85 base to a 400 health unit. It doesn't work. Right? Like, he's
Just
going to try it
hide
now.
a dock, maybe, if you're going to keep investing?
The
We
other
got
problem...
wheelbarrow on the way at that mill.
But like the
Oh,
other
that's so
problem
funny.
is that demos tend to have a kind of internal delay on triggering a manual detonation, right? So if you're planning to wait for the moment where B pulls the villagers out, like there's still a small window where he can pull out, repair, get back in.
This
This
feels
is
like
so
the
dope.
hobbits contributing in battles in Lord of the Rings. Like, this is how the hobbits contribute. They
They're
do
just
this
there
annoying-
stabbing the...
They do this, like, annoying thing. They're, like, at your ankles, like, doing crazy stuff. He's not targeting the ship, though. Oh, big boat.
Yeah, but do you not just kill
He's
this
hitting the
too?
dock. He's hitting the dock.
Okay, repair. Yeah, get back in. I love how Timmy almost
What?
got left behind.
How is it now 11? Who's in here? Who joined?
The villager's like,
who
hey,
is
that
this?
looks fun. Can I be part of this? I mean, he's got War Canoe coming now, though, right? Like, the
It's
amount of
10
damage
kills.
absorption here.
10 vills are committed.
The problem is, like, ZertoN has no easy way out. He's stuck now. Demo's coming through. Oh, no. The timing as well. He's not paying attention! Man, the sails. It doesn't matter, though. Javelin should be able to finish that one off. I think this is over. Like, ZertoN... I mean, there is a possible out micro, but, like, the way B is doing this... He's not failing at all, right? Like, he hasn't made one critical blunder at all.
Where's his other dock? Oh, he just has 2 things.
He done a dock to the south side, right? But, yeah, the fishing boats see that, so it's not a secret detail.
Oh,
Shinobi.
the Shinobi could burn it?
I mean, the Shinobi can also just die.
Oh my gosh.
Good old 120 resource investment. Definitely was worthwhile. Well, there is Archer ship on the south side, but you can chase that down now, right? I think the logic here is ZertoN's like divide and conquer. So now he gets chased on one side and then gets a fleet together on the other.
I mean, how many ships do you need to beat this?
I feel like you want 5 spring ones at least.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because it's 400 health,
least.
right?
Yeah.
It's
And the
ridiculous.
Well, I mean, the cost has to keep is continued. Like,
Yeah. I mean, well,
The
B could have
loss
offset this
profit.
cost, though, right? Like, look at his eco right now. He could have just built a handful of Donzos and put them in instead at any stage. With the amount of
well, they don't
resources he's got
repair
now.
it. They don't repair it though.
Yeah, but you don't need 8 villagers, right? Like, 3's good enough.
Maybe. Maybe. I
Instead,
don't know. The instant repair
He's sending
is really
sofas.
nice.
He's actually just going to send sofas.
Wild.
Like, 3 sofas into that base right now, and it's GG. ZertoN has nothing. Aristus is on the way, so that's cool, right? Like, that's the counter, is getting Aristus finally. Because transport ships don't
Does
have
it?
that. Yeah, because they take bonus damage. I do wonder if an outpost would have been the solution for ZertoN to this. Because you can build an outpost anywhere, right? Oh my god, Demo doesn't even touch it. This is just dirty. Another archer ship about to go down. Demo coming in though, ZertoN. He gets a damn good hit here.
Huge demo for certain, and suddenly the vill count. You have to start thinking about it if you don't notice this, and he does, and now he's like, oh wait, I had a lot of fishing boats there. So that sneak dock in the south finally paying off here for ZertoN.
But there
as
are
he
now
continues
surface
to
coming.
get chased around.
Yeah, there's now surface
To-
coming in though.
To
So,
what?
well, you send it to the land.
Yeah, you just
Like
hit
actually,
the
you
wood.
have a new entry point soon because ZertoN's about to chop through that tree line. That's also scary, by the way. Like, remember, when there's a fleet just on the other side, an overchop is a death sentence. Okay, I don't ask me what that was.
I think he's about to demo this dock down.
He
I think
is.
he's sick of this.
Because it's
He's
a heavy investment, right? Like, he went Arislets here as well. Weirdly enough. Okay, he's actually going to dive past. Pressure brought down.
And you get out and torch, maybe? Or do you risk a demo, maybe? Yeah.
The problem is you don't know the timing, right? Like, yeah, there could be a demo coming at any moment.
After the next ship, maybe.
He's just going to siege it down. Springles are good enough. So 2 sofas now that should be roaming. Another Springles comes out. I don't think that's a positive. He's even repairing the other boats.
Yeah, this is insanely cool from him. Like, the way he's been microing this that well. And he's just using it solo against other ships still.
He's like, well, we got somewhere to be. Have you got this, boys? Yup. Off you go, Cap. the Malian militia can handle this.
This is insanity.
Yeah, and now the war canoe count. Like, the only reason the eco looks close is I think ZertoN built some fishing boats, right? That's a pipe dream now, man. Like, I don't see how he gets back on water at this stage.
Does he?
He shouldn't be. Like, I think you just go castle and hope. Like, castle Yorishiro Siege Workshop is probably your best bet here. I mean, I feel like castle was his best bet several minutes ago as well, is the crazy part.
Yeah, to just stop investing in the water and give it up and just go castle because your opponent has idled so much, but...
You lost so much here trying to contest this.
Wasn't the threat, though, that if you don't make ships, he just has shorefish fills now, and he goes castle really quickly too.
A bit like you just get Tawara and Takazaki, right? And you gather berries and you mirror because it's shoreline fish. Like if it was deep water fish, you valid point, right? But like it's shoreline fish. I think, but that's gonna be it. Like that is it. ZertoN's tournament run ends here. B keeps the dream alive, and he does it in true B fashion.
That was kind of dirty.
You want to shower, right?
I kind of need a bath or something. Yeah, I mean, I showered this morning, but maybe another one sounds kind of good at this stage. Like, geez, that was kind of disgusting. It didn't seem like ZertoN really had a plan for that, or even maybe anticipated that. I didn't realize how effective it would be, only because I hadn't seen people commit that hard to it the way B did. Right, the 10 when he went from 8 to 10, I was like, okay. When he went from 5 to 8, it was like, all right, this like committing more. I thought maybe it would be a tower or something. No, he's just gonna idle them like the entire time in there. And I guess it's not idle. They're becoming very effective fighters, right? But certainly devastating tactics there, and ZertoN fell victim to that. And I wonder if he'll think of this next time he plays this map. Oh man, because that's
I hope
crazy.
not. That's PTSD inducing right there. That was so dirty. I think the interesting thing there, like, you know, lesson for ZertoN, I think the play genuinely is simply to just go ahead and play up into castle on land. Or if you really want to take the approach of contesting, when you know that Malian player is coming, just rush an outpost, right? Like that's your alternative play. It's a bit hard to read, but usually in that situation, you can scout ahead and see if the villagers start to get pulled. And that's your moment to like rush an outpost up with free. But kind of a tough one there. A bitter end to ZertoN's run in this tournament. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get to that fabled late game as often as he might have hoped that we thought he'd be favored in. B keeps the dream alive, but we need to find out who he's going to have to slay to make it to playoffs. Up next, we've got the Decider series for Group B. It's going to be Beastie versus Killjadi, a best of 5. This one is not elimination, but it guarantees who will make it through to the playoffs straight away and who will have to contest with the enigma that can be B.